certain words trigger our automated subconscious thinking on our feelings and reactions and interpretations and how we act on quick workbook or quick book to master 7 different words essentially and how to use them to get the right results, not just like an agreement or essentially get them to agree with you or get them to do something, but actually even like, the actions are not just then, like going forward, then they keep doing those actions. So this is not a long read, quick read. I have read some of this stuff before. Actually thought this was another book I read, something along the same lines, Magic of Words or something like that, but it was a different author and slightly different things in there, I think, but most of the things are same. So the author himself is a magician, kind of also now has a coaching program, communication, and obviously what he shares here on the words you use can automatically get people to do certain things. Which again, if you ever read, if I forgot Daniel Kahneman's book, the System One Thinking. I forgot the book name suddenly; it's blanking out of my head right now. But certain words trigger our automated subconscious thinking on our feelings and reactions and interpretations and how we act on it. So kind of, I would say that's what he gives quick workbook or quick book to master 7 different words essentially and how to use them to get the right results, not just like an agreement or essentially get them to agree with you or get them to do something, but actually even like, the actions are not just then, like going forward, then they keep doing those actions, some of the stuff he shares. So it's a great read, quick read, probably, I would say you can read it multiple times even. Many, well, that word but is one of the key ones. So what I'm saying, you can read, but many of them, I was saying, right? So it negates whatever I said before. The but negates whatever is said before. So how you essentially one of that the trick is, which I've been doing it. I don't know if I always practice very well. Always try to give the negative first, and then put the but and the positive after the but. That way, all the negative is canceled. The positives are only there. So, for example, if I'm giving a feedback to someone, hey, let's say they're not doing something right, then I would say, hey, I'm having an issue here. You're not doing, I'm not getting these things done by you. But the great thing about you is that you are doing things, whatever, right? Something like that. So that means the feedback is they're aware, yeah, their things not being done, but that I'm still happy with them or have good opinion about them. So that's a great like a way to communicate where you're giving the feedback on things that aren't being done, at the same time also conveying that no, they're really doing a great job besides that. So that's one way. And then there's a couple of other ones, because can move people regardless, just the word can get people to do things just because you give them that word automatically makes it valid reason. It doesn't matter what context it is. So anyway, there's a famous example about that, yeah, conducted by some psychologist. That people could cut through a queue just by giving reasoning without any real reason, just saying because I'm in a hurry. Can I get in the line because I'm in a hurry? Or because I just want to get a copy or something like that. Anyway, in a copy line, that was the famous example. The great one that I really liked, I don't remember exactly being used that way, is if, and I've used it and it's very effective, is when somebody says I don't know how to do it or something, you can ask them, hey, if you were to think of a way to do it, how would you do it? Something like that. If somebody says, oh, I don't know how to do it, right? But imagine if you were able to, how would you think you would do it? So that automatically gets them to think, hey, maybe this is the way, right? So it's a great book in that sense, like those quick tips and effective words to use. It's a practice. Again, remember, when you practice things, then they come naturally, and sometimes it doesn't. You got to be aware of those things. For example, the but word, many times I miss sometimes because it's an automatic habit. Then I sometimes usually give the positive feedback and then say but and give them the negative, then automatically erases all the positive, right? So anyway, great read by Tim David. Highly recommend reading this book, or listening to it. It doesn't matter if you can find Audible, since it's not a big book. Pretty quick read. So